Say what you want, anything you need. Walk to the edge of the world for you, 'cause I'm all about you now. About you now. Now what you see, you've been calling me. Ain't nothing that you could do to make me walk away. I gave you love, tell you that you're a star, until you see that you are. No matter how hard it's raining, I'll make it come. I hope you feel me, even when I'm gone. Through the cold and wet weather.
He's a one-man band. He does it all, and now he's gonna show us.
Tap opportunity, gets it! Off a fantastic low pass. Uneasy shot.
Keep on holding you up. I'll do anything to break you for a day.
Look to me, ridiculous shot!
I'll be there.
Big touch. That was one of the most calculated.
Keep on holding you up.
As we're creeping up on that 3-minute mark, Crouton double tap, what a shot! Sorry, Heartless and Butcher are on the kickoff. There we go. There's my brain. Coming into kickoff. So an early lead here by the Joe Bob, you take them.
Yeah, well, and it's actually really interesting to see here. Lubbernut, the captain, who I believe has been playing, I believe he's played every game this season so far. It's interesting, he's actually not playing here with their new pickup of Kells. They've opted to run Kells, Butcher, and Squiddy. So this is kind of a really unique Kings we're seeing here. We haven't gotten to see too much of Butcher, and haven't been able to see any of Kells on the Kings.
Yeah, this is Kel's debut, his opening night here for the Kings. Very interesting move by Lubbernut to not play himself in this first game on such an important night for the Kings. Definitely a do-or-die situation for them, I believe, coming into this. Maybe they have a chance to come back next week if they lose, but who knows? Maybe this team works out very well. I can't imagine they've had too much practice time with their new player, Kells, but maybe Lubbernut just saw how he played on Astro and just has that much belief in him.
Yeah, and I wonder if they did maybe grind a little bit before this, and maybe Kells was just playing great, and they just said, screw it, we're just running this team. It feels strong, and it looks strong here. I mean, they're keeping up 0-0, minute 30 in already. A very competitive game.
Very back and forth until Heartless just sneaks a goal in from the corner, just kind of works his way in there, bounces it off the wall, collects it from himself, and just places it in. An unfortunate rotate there by the Kings is going to leave that goal just a little bit open. But an early lead here with still 3.5 minutes, though. It's still anybody's game.
And my bad, Kings commentary curse. Just Heartless shutting me up about it being an even game. But the Kings, we're seeing this offense. We're seeing big aerial from Heartless. Ooh, unfortunate miss by Kells.
Yeah, Kells look for the collect, just can't quite get it. But what a boom by Squiddy, running the St. Patrick's Day car. Beautiful little car he's put together there, all bright and green coming into this holiday season, if you call it that. But a boom by Slurpy Snail is going to send it all the way down, but Squiddy is just ready to collect. Just a great third man he is, and he looks for the shot. Heartless, a beautiful save though. Slurpy Snail gets it just over Kells. Butcher is there to collect again. He's going for the double touch, almost gets it around Mr. Penguin, but Mr. Penguin coming in with a great save and passing it to his teammate, who's going to boom it all the way down back to the Kings' defensive end.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of booms just from either team to either side. Some pretty close attempts on goal, but neither team is really letting up on defense.
What a shot by Butcher, trying to air dribble that down into the goal. Slurpy knew exactly where he was going with that one, went up for the save. But what a try from Butcher, and this is the Butcher that we know, going for these kind of crazy shots, and this is where he should be, on these offensive plays. Working for that goal is where he's great.
Yeah, and I think shout out Slurpy as well there. I mean, that was a fantastic save. You know how hard those can be when we're getting those Alex and Zethar were doing them earlier. You get those just really strong air dribbles. those are just tough saves. So
What a pass! What a pass to Butcher and a collect. Sorry to interrupt, but a great play. Squiddy there to collect is going to send it back. Mr. Penguin gets the save. Mr. Penguin's going to try to take it again. Kells goes for the 50, but does not win it. Mr. Penguin kind of carrying this ball almost all the way down to the midfield before passing it off to his teammate. Slurpee just waiting for it to drop. Does not go for the aerial. Kells is going to boom it down to the other side of the field off of a 50. Squiddy, Butcher, sorry, he's looking for control. He almost gets it. Butcher and Squiddy running almost matching cars is incredibly confusing out here. Butcher looks for another shot. Kells unfortunately just bumps it a little bit too high.
yeah, and you know, Butcher just staring him down in the goal, just waiting for, hopefully for him to try and make a move, I'm assuming, and then Butcher would what a save.
What a shot.
Penguin.
Yeah, was Butcher, I wonder, trying to go for a backwards tap on that one, because if he was very close, but Slurpee Snail taking advantage of the out-of-position Kings, and he's just going to tap this down to himself and just walk it down in. Go for a nice little shot. He's going to send it just over where Kells can get it. Heartless trying to get that little shot in at the last second, but it was needed not for an upper 90 shot he placed, and a great one it was.
Yeah,
Heartless.
and big 50.
Looking to collect the pass, just can't quite get it.
Yeah, and now we've got Butcher. Huge pass to Kells. Not quite on. Close though.
Squiddy looks for
what
the
a
collect.
shot.
What a shot! Oh my god. Squiddy looking for the collect off of the bounce. He's going to bounce back. Butcher, he's going to put it in the corner, bounces it right back to his teammate, gets Slurpee out of the equation with a little bit of a bump, and Squiddy with perfect placement is going to put that just over one of the Three Rocketeers members, and just going to put it right in that upper corner.
Yeah, and all three of the Kings having a part to do in that play. Butcher, big aerial in the air, past to Kells, past to Squiddy. What a shot by Squiddy. And we're really, I'm wondering if they might have grinded this team, because their team play is phenomenal.
Yeah, they might have, but with 2 seconds left, they need to score here or they lose this first game. And it looks like this first game is going to go
points for the Kings as well, actually, that game. Very impressive performance by Squiddy.
Squiddy with a massive kickoff win here is going to go to Slurpee Snail, but he collects. Blubbernut collects it. Blubbernut is in for the second game. It looks like they took Kells out. Butcher's going to remain in, and as we were talking about earlier, this Butcher Blubbernut duo could be very, very strong, and especially coming in with what we saw Squiddy doing last game, this could be an immense trio to go against for the Three Rocketeers.
Yeah, especially Squiddy with the offense he brought to the field last game, could be very strong in combination with these two really great, consistent players.
Well, a good bump there by Squiddy. Accidentally bumps Slurpee into the ball, not away from it. Quite unfortunate, but the idea was there, right? It's the thought that counts. But Squiddy, with a huge bang downfield. Blubbernut's looking for the collect, but Heartless coming in from behind him to kind of knock it out of the way and retake control of it. Squiddy looks for the shot again, just can't quite get it. A good defensive effort by the Three Rocketeers, but the ball is still in this corner. Butcher looking for the setup, just can't quite get it. Actually looked to try to squeeze that in, but the defense of the Three Rocketeers is super good right now. Slurpee looked for the shot just a little bit wide. Butcher looking for the collect, does not win the 50. Heartless stays on the ball, goes for the air dribble, does not have any boost, looks for the center, and he just can't quite get it.
And we're just seeing a back and forth here between the offense. The Kings put in like 4 shots in the last minute. The Three Rocketeers putting in shots of their own right there. And I think it'll be interesting to see if any of these goals start going in due to the high offense, sort of having 3 players on the opposite end of the field. The Kings have had their goal open a couple times, I've noticed, which, like right here, a Squiddy gonna get it. But that could lead to some goals for the Three Rocketeers.
Yeah, Butcher with a nice touch to kind of work it around the Three Rocketeers. He's gonna go for it again. Squiddy looking for the setup in the corner, but he gets demoed and the shot goes flying way across goal. Butcher has control now, though. He's gonna actually not slip it by Mr. Penguin. Mr. Penguin with a 50 win there is gonna send this all the way up. A double commit by the Three Rocketeers could leave their goal a little bit open. Blubbernut with a little bit of a light touch there. The ball's not really going too far. Squiddy with a great touch to block Heartless from that dunk. save or that shot, you know he was going to get it. We've seen him do it before. He definitely wanted that one, but a great pass almost by the Kings is going to be missed. Just a little bit too far forward there. Blubbernet looked for the pass to Squiddy, but he just put it a little bit behind them, leaving their goal straight open.
Yeah, and a little bit of miscommunication on comms, it seems. Maybe Squiddy thought he was going to pass it a bit more forward and they were going to go for a big shot or something. But still 2 minutes to go. You're only down 1. They got to, focus up. This is a close competitive game. So they got to just open some offense.
Yeah, Squiddy looking to collect this hit up. Doesn't go very far. Mr. Penguin with a beautiful pass back to Slurpy Snail. Butcher puts it up for the shot. He's going up. He doesn't have much boost. Oh, he almost gets it. Mr. Penguin with a beautiful save. A great read, and those are very difficult to read. Those mechanical shots. A huge bump by Slurpy Snail is going to put, I believe, Squiddy completely out of the equation for that save there. Blubbernut's going to go up for a little bit of a miss. Heartless booms it back. Butcher, though, he gets back in time. He gets the save, and he's going to try to stay on it, despite being bumped all over the place, it seems. The Kings are just trying to keep these cracks together, but it seems that the Three Rocketeers are finding their way into them, and as I say that, saved by Butcher. I was almost certain that one was entirely in. Wow, Heartless, a great shot. I'm surprised that one wasn't making its way in. Very fast shot. Another boom from Slurpy Snail is going to send this all the way back down, and with a minute left, do the Kings have a chance here?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely do. If they just do one more goal, and Butcher's looking for it. But we're seeing a lot of bumps come in from the Three Rocketeers, and it's really messing up the Kings' rotates a bit. Slurpy Snail in particular has been bumping a lot and has gotten some shots because of it.
Yeah, a little bit of a. I feel like the Three Rocketeers, the Kings, are pushing up a little bit too much. But just as I say that, Butcher's just gonna kind of dribble his way into the ball or into the goal. Maybe a bit of a demo, put these people, the Three Rocketeers, out of the way. But a great pass to Butcher. He's just gonna kind of find his way in there and tie it back up with 45 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, and I believe Butcher sort of faked Mr. Penguin out by looking like he was going to go up the wall and then immediately dribbling it back down and just going for the open goal. So Butcher definitely a master of the mind game and doing it great there to get that goal.
What a save
as well.
What a save. That one is so risky to get that touch into goal. But Butcher plays it very well. Slurpy empty on boost, but he's still going to try to make his play up here. He just can't quite get it. Squiddy's going to take it all the way down the end. But Mr. Penguin really showing up here tonight. Is going to boom it backwards. The setup is there. Blubbernet touches it again. Squiddy going up for the shot. He looks for it. It's going to go backwards. Butcher is just going to let this drop down. They're looking for the reset. They're looking to go for another kickoff. And a lot of times that a new kickoff can help teams out, kind of get them, calm down and relax. An early lead or early collect here by the Kings is going to be lost pretty quick, as a double commit by the Three Rocketeers is going to send this down into the defensive end. But Blubbernet with a demo is going to maybe open up the goal, except Slurpy Snail with a beautiful rotation is going to cut and kind of stop that from going anywhere. The Kings a little bit too pushed up. Two people up in the offense at the same time is going to leave their goal kind of open, pushing them to a very susceptible defense. But the Three Rocketeers keeping a very tight control over their defensive end.
An unfortunate miscommunication. Heartless accidentally passes it over his teammate. But they do recover. Oh, until the demo from Butcher. And the Kings taking a playbook from the Three Rocketeers. And they're starting to demo all over the place.
What a touch by Butcher! He's going to send this up center. It goes straight to him again. It's just a little bit too high. Maybe it was a setup. Maybe it was a fake. He looks for the bump. Heartless gets the touch. Squiddy gets it over him, though. It's just Slurpy Snail. He's going against Squiddy. Squiddy shoots it a little bit too far out, and it looks like Butcher's going to go for the collect. He beats Mr. Penguin. This thing's going flying. Squiddy's up for the shot. He gets it over Slurpy. It's not on. It's just a little bit too wide. Butcher looks for the setup. Heartless, though, with a great clear.
Yeah, Butcher is a bit of an issue on the field right now. He is making shot after shot and save after save. But the defensive efforts from the Three Rocketeers is not failing whatsoever. Not allowing any of these shots to go in for the past minute 45 of overtime.
It definitely is, but Heartless all the way back could give the Kings a chance here. Butcher's going up, but Slurpy Snail beats him. Blubbernut is the last one back. Heartless looks for a second touch. It gets it over Blubbernut. Actually, no, it does not. He works his way back to it and gets the collect. Passes it to Squiddy, who looks for a hit, just can't quite get it. Butcher is waiting for this one to come off the wall. Gets a very light hit, leaving the goal just open for Slurpy Snail to take the shot. It's going to hit that top crossbar and come straight down. An unfortunate hit here for Butcher and a good read by Slurpy to just put that one in.
Yeah, an unfortunate bounce, a bit too far off the wall. Yeah, and then that'll be really interesting to see tomorrow, I believe, the Gold Diggers play. So that'll be, I'm sure the Kings will be watching that, because that's going to be very important for their season as well. If the Gold Diggers can, and what a shot by Butcher though.
I know, right? Butcher will not let us finish a thought here. Coming in with 11 seconds, 11 seconds only into the game, he's just gonna get that booming over two Rocketeers members. They just did not expect him to pull up and get that shot. A very early lead is definitely welcome for the Kings here coming into the third game. You know that they they appreciate it, and they are definitely fighting hard here not to get swept. Nobody wants to get swept, especially in these last weeks, especially weeks that are this as important as this. So Butcher looking for the shot. He goes up for it. It's just a little bit wide. Kel's looking for the setup. Gets it. Can't quite get it past Heartless. Heartless looks for the second touch on it. He's going to wait for it to fall off the wall. Gets it past Butcher. It's almost a pass to Slurpy Snail. Slurpy Snail's looking for the collect. Just can't quite get it. Mr. Penguin's going to go for the shot and get it straight over Squiddy. What a perfect rotation here. You can see Slurpy backs off of it. He knows he doesn't have it. And Mr. Penguin, just ready for that shot, is going to boom it straight over Kells. It looks like we're going to be running Kells this game. Blubbernut seems to have stepped out, which is interesting because they have lost both of these past games. So I guess it was just Blubbernut's call whether he thought they did better the first game or the second game. So running to the third game, we will see Kells getting 2 games on his first night here with the Kings.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, it's working. They're up, or they're tied 1-1, but they were able to get that goal off the bat, and they're keeping it very competitive. So similar to our earlier games, still just close. So far, all games ever going below a 1-goal deficit.
Yeah, Heartless just playing his heart out here tonight. No pun intended, but he is doing great on these 50s and on these aerial shots. He is just so quick getting up to these that it just doesn't leave much room for the Kings to do much when it comes to aerial play or midfield play. But a great collect there by Squiddy. He's going to slam it up just over Heartless. This is going to go all the way up to the ceiling. Squiddy's looking for the tap. It gets it under Mr. Penguin. A perfect bounce is going to slip it under Mr. Penguin and bounce it right over Slurpy Snail. Perfect shot placement here from Squiddy D.
And Squiddy just playing that very patiently and very perfectly. He just sort of waited in goal, catches the ball, sets it up for himself. And he actually delayed the shot by a second. What I believe Mr. Penguin missed is he went a little early. Because just the delay on the shot just messed him up. And great goal. Great choice to delay him.
What a shot by Slurpy Snail. Is just going to go straight in. The goal was open. And nobody's back to collect it. A great pass there from Heartless is going to send it all the way up in the sky. And just nobody is back to collect it. Great read there by Slurpy to tell that the goal was open. He didn't have to do anything fancy. Just put a nice shot on. And it's just going to fly in, bringing them back up to a tie. And with 3 minutes left, this is not really looking like these other 2 games we saw. It's very even, actually, coming into this third game.
Yeah, and very high scoring as well. The other 2 games, 2-1 with a 2-minute overtime, and 2-1 again, I believe, without the overtime. But already 2-2, so higher scoring, and we still have a little bit over half the game to go.
Maybe a little bit of a fake there by Butcher, or maybe just an unfortunate backflip, but it worked out for him in the long run. He's going to almost get that setup, but unfortunately just can't quite get the center. But the Three Rocketeers have been able to turn that around and almost bring it back down. But as I say that, Squiddy with a huge shot. He's going to get demoed, taken out of the equation. Heartless going for a major shot. Kells almost gets the save, but he own goals. Kells puts it in. That is not good here for the Kings. A little bit of a Sir Brown goal here from Kells. Make sure to go check out the QRLS merch store. Get your Sir Brown goal shirts. They definitely come in handy in times like these.
Yep.
And that's going to put the Three Rocketeers ahead 1 goal here in the 3rd game.
Well, maybe not for long. Squiddy D. What a go! He's just been getting these just big pass to himself goal. 2 this game so far, 1 earlier. Fantastic offense from Squiddy D in these past 3 games.
Absolutely, he just knows when to be there. He's the perfect 3rd man, maybe even 2nd man in this lineup. But an interesting kickoff is going to give the Three Rocketeers just because they're going to take back that 1 goal lead. Butcher unfortunately just can't quite get there. Maybe went for the read, just couldn't quite get it, just missed a little bit. He's going to give them a lead, but with 2 minutes left, there's still plenty of time left here for the Kings to get a lead. And Butcher's going to go for the demo. Can't quite get to the ball. After that, though, Heartless looking for a shot, and he gets it. Oh my God, what a start. Heartless coming in with his 2nd almost goal straight after kickoff. He's going to pass it up to himself. What a follow. Kells just can't quite get it off the backboard. Straight down is going to give the Three Rocketeers a 2-goal cushion. This is quite a high-scoring game compared to what we saw earlier.
Yeah, and Heartless with the hat trick now as well. Very impressive offense game for sure. And we are also seeing, I believe, 3 back-to-back just start-off goals. So that was very interesting. A lot of just like quick demos and great aerials from both sides.
Kel's looking for the shot. Just can't quite get it. Mr. Penguin is there to get the save, but demo on Kells and Butcher is going to leave Squiddy as the only player left, and he has very minimal boost. What a play. What a stop there by Butcher to keep the ball in the offensive end. Kells is trying to work his way around it. Can't quite get the pass, but Squiddy's there for a shot. What a shot it was. Mr. Penguin coming in to block him again. He just will not let Squiddy get any shots here, and a boom all the way downfield is going to almost undo everything the Kings have been working to do these past 30 seconds.
Yeah, and just shot after shot by the Kings, but another save by Heartless. And they're just not giving in with these saves. Just shot for shot, save after save, though.
Oh.
And it's just
almost.
What a save by Butcher.
What a save. What a bump. Oh my God, Butcher goes for the bump instead of the save to make sure that nobody touches it because unfortunately his teammates could not clear that one. So it's just going to be wide open, but good defensive efforts by him. But the Three Rocketeers, their defensive end is just so tight. They just are not letting anything in. Their rotations are almost perfect when it comes to defense. We've seen the Kings put on shot after shot and just not get anywhere.
And Squiddy's sort of just patiently dribbling it, and he gets challenged though. Butcher now with control of the ball.
He's gonna go for the flip. Oh, he just can't quite get it. He tries to tap it over. The 2 goalies just can't quite get it. A huge save there by, I believe, Heartless is going to boom it down to his teammate Slurpee, who's going to go for the collect. Butcher actually intercepts it. Kells going for the hit. They need one right here if they have any chances of winning. But with 5 seconds left and it being in the Kings' defensive end, this is looking like a Three Rocketeer sweep. Heartless tries to go for that last shot. Great save by Butcher, but that will